Associate, Teaching Assistant, Operative Department, MTI University. In this video, we will demonstrate how to make a resin composite restoration in Class 3. First of all, we have to know and memorize what is the Class 3. Class 3, according to GV Black classification, is smooth surface layers that appears in proximal surfaces, means mesial and distal in anterior teeth only. It appears like this, okay? It may appear mesially or distally. The Class 3 mainly appear in the contact, and we open it in the palatal surface. To make such a thing is very technique sensitive, as the composite is very technique sensitive and the position of this cavity is in contact. So you have to restore the contact. First of all, in any aesthetic restoration such as resin composite restoration, you have to select the shade. After the shade selection, we have to make a rubber dam isolation, as a resin composite restoration is technique sensitive. After this, we just remove the rubber dam isolation, because this can be appeared more. Then the first thing to do in resin composite restoration is to prepare the surface. How to prepare the surface? With the etchant. I can make the etchant inside this cavity, but this etchant will harm the adjacent tooth. So what we have to do is to apply a celluloid matrix. This celluloid matrix, as you can see, will protect the adjacent tooth from the etchant. Then apply the etchant. The etchant is phosphoric acid, 37%. We can choose whether enamel etchant only for 30 seconds and dentine, and the total etch for dentine and enamel. The selective etch on the enamel only is done by this, and for dentine it's all over the cavity. As you can see now, after we apply the etchant, the adjacent tooth is protected by the celluloid mat. We wait for the 30 seconds to bypass, then we just rinse it. The cavity, not so hard, so the dentine collagen fibers will not collapse. We just remove the wetted celluloid matrix and rinse it, dry it again. Then we can apply a celluloid matrix again. Then apply a wedge like this to restore the contacts. Okay. After this, we start to make the adhesive layer. You have to read the manufacturer very well to know how many layers adhesive you need and how many seconds we need that to make it done. The adhesive should be agitated like this inside the cavity. Then we use the air to thin it and push it slightly more in the dentinal tubules. After this, we make a light curing. Then the step of applying the composite, just a small increment of composite to be applied smoothly in this cavity. Pack it very, very carefully. Remove any excess. You can use also the bond brush to just obtain this. Then we have to close this celluloid matrix on the composite, hold it tightly, and then cure it. The celluloid matrix is transparent to allow the light to transport from it, so the composite can be cured easily. After this, we check that we don't need any further increments. Just remove the wedge, then remove the matrix pad. It can be also used in the anterior teeth, but in vertical way, like this. It can also give you the right contour. After we finish the composite, we have to finish it and polish it. We use the finishing stones and polishing stones to done like this. It has a convexity, so it compensates the lingual fossa. Just remove any excess that you can see. Then check with the probe, or sometimes we can use a scaler like this to see that the contact is not closed from cervical area. And also we can use a floss to check the contact is not open and is not closed. We have also to use the articulating paper to make sure that the composite restoration is not high from inside to the patient mouth. Then we have to apply the polishing paste on it. Okay, then try to polish it with the rubber cup. So as you can see now, this is our restoration. Nothing is big, nothing is high from the tooth to restoration and from the restoration to the tooth. Resin composite restoration are too sensitive, and this area has a very, very technique sensitive, so we have to make it done with rubber dam and make sure in every step that we take. Last step, if we have to make it, not all the time, but sometimes we do it. It's the finishing strip. The finishing strip is color coded. The darker one is the rougher one. If you have to use it, we use it in like S shape, not in the U shape. We make it like this and S shape. That this is for distant and this is for medial. This is what's called S shape. So we are working here in the medial, so it will be done like this. One for the darker one and then one for the lighter one. And that's it. I was with you, Dr. Iman Abu Saif, Teaching Assistant, Operative Department, MTI University, and thank you.